How do you know when it's time to get divorced? This has to be the number one question that I get asked, and I totally get it. When you're in that point when you're trying to decide, like, do I stay? Do I go? Is it worth it? Is it going to ruin my kids' lives? Like, you're in this, I guess, echo chamber, and you can get really frozen. So a long time ago when I first started doing this, I came up with this idea of, I was thinking of it a little bit like a balancing scale or kind of like a math equation. And essentially, here's how you know. When the cost of staying exceed the cost of leaving, you know it's time. Here's the thing. If you're in the spot where you've Googled your way to this video, you know what I'm talking about. You're walking around on eggshells. You're not really looking forward to anything anymore. You find yourself realizing like, hey, I'm kind of fine when they're gone. Even worse, maybe you dread the sound of them coming home. You feel like you're not yourself anymore. You've sort of lost your way in trying to deal with and make things work in your home and in this relationship. All of those things start to add up to where, before when you were thinking about like the idea of getting divorced, oh my God, the money cost, the cost of the kids, what's everybody going to think? What's everybody going to say? You're super like panicked feeling. But then when these other panic feelings at home, the eggshells, the losing yourself start to rise, at some point, there's a tipping point. And you're going to know when you're there. And this, I don't know, for me at least, it was like this door shut behind me and I knew. And at least for me, there was no waver. There was no maybe. There's no let's, change my mind once I had decided that was it. Now, that's more my personality. What may happen for you is you may have a little bit of back and forth, a flip and a flop. It happens all the time at our office. People will start the divorce, then they'll stop it. They'll start and stop sometimes 3 and 4 times before they're really ready. Because look, it's a serious thing. And I know I'm a divorce lawyer. And people are like, why do you love divorce? Like, I'm not saying I love divorce. I love the options and the freedom that it can give us that we didn't used to really have, like, 50 years ago. But for me, it's not that I love divorce. I love that it gives you freedom to change your life and begin anew. And so whenever those costs start to mount, you'll know that you're ready. And here's the thing. Don't be too hard on yourself if you're still not there. This is a monumental decision that obviously is very hard to undo once it's done. So it's gonna take you some time to get there. You're not gonna know this overnight. And this is one of the things that kills me when people come to my office and they'll be saying things like, I had no idea my wife wanted to get divorced. This came as such a shock. It was such a surprise. I hear that a lot. And I mean, honestly, when I'm sitting there, I'm like, I don't think so. Inside my heart, I really don't think so. There were signs. He was giving you signs. She was giving you signs, whether you really know it or not. Because listen, at least I can say I am a woman, right? So I can say this for women in general. Women do not just wake up and be like, I think I'm going to get divorced today. I always think of like on Elle Woods on Legally Blonde, right? When she was like, I think I'll go to law school. That's not how women are about getting divorced, especially when there are kids involved. They will pretty much try literally anything and everything else to not make that the reality. So if you're at the point where your wife is divorcing you, probably, if you were really honest with yourself and dug deep, you would realize this has been coming for a long time, because for her or for him, now the cost of staying exceed the really high cost of leaving. That's how you know.